Hello and welcome to Famished for More. It's your girl Misha here, and I am back with another episode. So, if you're new here, Famished for More is all about staying hungry for more in life. I am a stroke survivor, and this podcast was birthed out of my recovery. And I just want to reach back and help inspire others, motivate others to never give up, no matter what the circumstances are, and just continue to just dig deep and get your heart's desire. In today's episode, we're going to talk about why is it the people closest to you that are the ones that try to keep you out of that high vibration that you're trying to reach when you make the decision to change in life. So yes, ladies, you may have taken the initiative in your life to change, and it's a drastic change, but it's a necessary change in cutting off old things that aren't in alignment with you anymore, because you have a goal and you know to reach this goal, to be this person that you see in your mind, you have to shift, you have to change, you have to deliberately every day take those action steps to be different. And it's work. It's not easy. It's deliberate action, a conscious action, a thought that you bring to life every day by taking, the comfort out of it. You're okay with being uncomfortable, but as you're moving on your journey, you'll see that it's the people closest to you that will try to keep you vibrating low because they don't necessarily want to do the work, and it's more comfortable for them if you stay the same. And so you altering their reality by changing your life, it sparks something, it triggers people. It's never like you trying to change, because listen, in my journey I've tried the take everybody with me, and in this journey I learned you can only change yourself because everybody's journey is different. Some people may not ever wake up in this lifetime. Some people may wake up, just not right now. That's not my job. I'm not the captain or the coach of when people wake up or get on my frequency. My job is to cater to my frequency, cater to how I feel, right? And to make sure that this journey is pleasant for me, that I am rectifying any negative residual or new energies that are residing within myself. I have no control over anybody else. Just like when I wasn't ready to change and I was in my past way of thinking, I didn't change until I was ready, until things happened personal for me. And I knew people that were elevated, living their life more in abundant, but I wasn't around those type of people. You want to know why? Because you vibe towards the people you're like. And at the time, I was in a different frequency and experienced that type of lifestyle. Stop, lack of motivation, lack of drive, lack of ambition, or it would start and then it would fizzle out because I wasn't around a nurturing environment, or better yet, I was not tending to my own environment. I was allowing, let's speak in garden terms. I had a beautiful garden that I was starting to grow and sprout, but I was not tending to the garden enough to keep the snakes out, if that makes sense, to keep the bugs out. I was not going out checking out the leaves, checking out the ground, making sure there was no hidden enemies to my garden. So yes, it may look like it was sprouting, and then I'm wondering why I'm not seeing fruits in this garden. It's because I'm not tending to it meticulously like a gardener should, and make sure that the leaves are protected, the ground is protected, that things are being checked on on a daily basis, sometimes several times a day, to make sure that the hidden enemies don't come out, because some of them have different times, right? And in life, that's the same way. And you just have to be mindful and very serious about the garden that you're tending to now in this new era. It's like maybe some of you have uprooted everything and you're in a whole different state, country, town. You're not even in the same place. And so now you are starting from scratch. And when you make decisions like that, those are big decisions. And you've done a lot of healing, a lot of self-reflection to even get to that point. And that builds your frequency up pretty high. Your self-love, your confidence, it fills that cup pretty high. And so you got to be mindful of those around you, because when you are vibrating high, you don't lead a life that's full of drama, confusion, and problems. It's always going to be those around you with that negativity. They can be used, and that can distract you, or it can attempt to distract you off of your path. And so you'll see it in those around you, again, because you can't be penetrated because you've done the work. So the ones that has not done the work around you, you'll see that they don't want to do the work to necessarily change. And so that's why they're easily being affected by the negative, low vibrational experiences that you used to even be susceptible to. But then it's like, okay, you love these people, so you try to give this advice, right? But that's taken out of your cup. But because you've done the work, your cup you're giving them overflow. And you try to tell them the right thing because you've done it. You've done the walk, right? But they don't listen. And still, they'll run back to you with the same bullshit. And you have to understand, this is your test to see how serious you are, especially right now with all the planetary shifts going on. We got Mercury in retrograde bringing shit back that needs to be dealt with or cut out. You know what I mean? And so you gotta just be mindful of your journey and keep things that can distract you and keep you off. It could be the littlest things, because again, it'll get the people around you that you have the weakness for, because the negativity it bounces off of you, so it has to penetrate another source that can penetrate you, if that makes sense. And so you have to set boundaries this season and be made clear about your boundaries, because one thing you will see after you set the boundaries and before is that they're going to keep testing you. And at this point, you know, or you should know, that you got to love yourself. And you have to be very selective of everybody, because this is self-preservation, self-preservation, because they will drain you, because they're not doing the work. So they'll keep coming back to that cup to be filled. People that are doing the work aren't going to keep coming back to you to fill their cup, because they are filling their cup. They don't need your water, your energy, your ashe. They don't need it because they are in their own. People that are not doing the work, they're running away from their own ashe. They're running away from their own power, but they'll come and drain yours. So you gotta have boundaries, or they'll drain the shit out of you. I don't understand why people will sit there and let others cross their boundaries and then come and try to cross yours. No, we're seeing clearly through that, and so we keeping our boundaries strong. So it's like, yes, you don't want to do the work and you want to let negative situations occur in your life, you want to let people cross your boundaries, X, Y, and Z. Good for you, but don't bring that over here. You got to stand on business. If they get mad, let them. You got to choose you, because in the end they'll choose themselves every time. Every time. Believe that. Don't let somebody show you when you expecting a good result, and that'll be the time a person will show you that they choose themselves every time, and it'll be a slap in the face to you to remind you you need to start choosing yourself every single time. I learned people that actually want to change, they do exactly that. Day by day, they move in a different way, just like I did, just like you did. It forms new outcomes. And so you got to be done catering to people's feelings while they trample over yours, or play in your face, or not value your time. Be the villain if you need be. Don't neglect you anymore just to keep the peace with others. Choose the peace within yourself, first and foremost, at all times. So that's the podcast for today. That is the episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and happiness.